Hey, Redeeming Grace Church family and friends, Pastor Josh here with a few events that I want you to consider carving out some time to come and be a part of. The first is our Christmas Eve service, 4 p.m. right here. It'll be a family service, candlelight service. It'll be shorter. We encourage you to invite people to come, so mark your calendars for that. Also, the Sunday between Christmas and New Year's, we're going to do our New Year's brunch. This is our tradition. We're going to continue it. There tends to be a lot of people out of town, and so doing all of the stuff that we typically do for a service just isn't very feasible, just not enough volunteers to do that. Plus, it also is a celebration of the fact that we're completing another year as a church. We started in January of 2020, and so we're going to be completing year 5 as a church, which is amazing. All the ups and downs that we've had, and God continues to sustain us, and I'm grateful for where we're at as a church. So plan to on December 29th, to bring a breakfast item. We'll start at 10 a.m. We'll have some fellowship. We'll do a short devotional, some testimonies, and that'll be our worship service for that day. So mark your calendars for that as well. Also, I want to let you know that we're going to do an evangelism training seminar on Wednesday, January 8th, right here at 6:30. Instead of our normal men's study and women's Bible study, we're inviting Shagun Adiyamo, who is from South Africa. He preached here a few weeks ago, if you remember. He does evangelism training seminars. And so he and I put our heads together and thought, well, let's do it here, and let's do it at a time where there's already a good number of people coming. And just let him talk to us for about an hour and help equip us to be more bold and effective in sharing our faith with others. So again, that's January 8th, Wednesday night, 6:30, right here. Come and be part of this one-time seminar on evangelism training. Also, I want to invite you to come Sunday evening, January 19th at 6:30. I've invited Lifeline Children's Services to come and do an informational meeting. Lifeline Children's Services helped walk us through our adoption process of Bianca, and they're getting their office here in Rapid City established. And I would love for as many people from our church and from the community, it's not just for our church, to come and hear about the ministry of Lifeline Children's Services and everything from international adoption to local adoption to foster care to being a harbor family and a million other ways that regardless of what situation you are in life, what stage of life that you're in, you can play a role in helping be the hands and feet of Jesus to vulnerable children locally and globally. The book of James tells us that true religion is visiting widows and orphans in their affliction and keeping oneself unstained from the world. And so Lifeline Children's Services helps us exhibit true religion. I would encourage you to come and be a part of that. I'm also considering perhaps earlier in the afternoon showing the movie here called, Sound of Hope, which is a story of a church in rural Texas, small church, that just had their heart captured with caring for orphans in their community and how that was hard and transformative, not just for those kids, but actually their witness in the community and how that blew up. So just plan to, on January 19th, to mark off from mid-afternoon into the evening to hear this, to see this moving movie based on a true story, and then roll right into some time of hearing about Lifeline Children's Services and how we as a church can support them in their ministry, and they can equip us to do what God calls us to do for vulnerable children here and around the world. Also, I want to just let you know that in the new year, starting, I think, January 5th will be the first Sunday, we will bring back our Sunday morning classes from 9:30 to 10:15. If you are a member of our church and would love to help with kids, it'd be great for us to get a few more people that are willing to prepare and help teach the Bible to kids in our church. And then also, I would encourage you to just mark off that time to come and just get more Bible and theology from the church in that time together. It does two things. One, you grow when you're preparing to teach others. So for those that are teaching, it just so encourages you to prepare in order to spiritually feed someone else. At the same time, if you're a person that's coming and you're just bringing your kids or you're just attending, you're benefiting not only from another Christian voice into the life of your kids or into your life, but you're also really encouraging those who are preparing to teach. And so it's a mutual encouragement that we're hearing the Word of God again from someone else, and also that person is growing. So that class time, it's not just another filler. It's not just something to fill your calendar with. It's a mutually encouraging, accelerates our growth together. So even if you don't feel like you need it or it's hard to get up in the morning, I would encourage you to really think about disciplining yourself to be here at 9:30 to either serve or receive the service of others. It's mutually encouraging. It accelerates our growth. It is a good use of time. And so I want to encourage you to plan to participate in those discipleship opportunities coming in the new year before worship at 9:30 on Sunday mornings. And then lastly, I'm very excited to announce that we're starting a youth ministry in our church. I've met with Josh Trapp, Caleb and Kaylin Langham, and Joseph and Krista Updike, and there's some others that are interested in being involved occasionally. And starting January 19th, we are going to start having a Sunday night youth ministry. Those guys are taking and running with it. They're putting together a plan. A lot of it is more social and relationship building here at the beginning, just to kind of get a group going. I'm grateful. This team, some of them were in my youth ministry that I was leading, and so they grew up under our ministry, and they've joined our church, and now they want to invest not just in my kids, but other teenagers in the church and maybe in the community. So that'll be on Sunday nights so that they can still be part of the youth group that they're already a part of at South Canyon, but we just want to add extra in there. So if you know a teenager or you'd love to pray and support this team, it's a great team, one of the best youth ministry teams that I could imagine, and I'm so grateful for it, and would ask you to pray, and if you have a teenager or someone else, try to prioritize being involved so that we can get this thing going and moving and see good ministry to young people in our church. All right, I love you. Please carve out time for these things. Mark your calendars, and let's enjoy a good couple of months of ministering to one another and ministry flowing from us to the community through some of these events. All right, love you. See you soon. Bye.